It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see the Broncos' athletic corner. He got the QB not once, but twice last week with a pair of interceptions. It's the Broncos and the Bills on Thursday night primetime.
From the home of the Bills since 1973, we are at Highmark Stadium, just south of downtown Buffalo. Tonight, we're on to week 2 of the NFL season. We got a good one on tap, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Buffalo Bills. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year of the NFL now.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test his secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
First down, nothing, opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Now a dump off here complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Curtis. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. From the 46, here's a 2nd and 4. They'll try the left side. Levy. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw here. He'll air this one out for Mims. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. So here are the Bills now backed up to get this drive started. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
And he said he was feeling good in the lead up to the season, and he proved it in a big way in week 1. With 4 touchdown passes. Had the offense moving at peak efficiency right at the start of the year. Awfully impressive.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. With no hesitation there, not only do they throw it on their first play, Charles, they throw it into double coverage and complete it.
They might as well have gone to a podium and just announced, we are not going to be challenged or bullied in this game. We're taking a fight to you, just like they did right there on the first rep.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It got his man complete. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. This defense for the Broncos, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They're going to look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. And now the field goal team on for Buffalo. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is good. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Okay, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And he returns this to the 22. So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That'll be caught by Parker. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
13 yards. 1st down, Broncos.
Up the middle they go. Levy. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. You look at this Buffalo defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. There's some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. Back to throw here. He finds his man complete. It's Barnett. Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Pulled in at the 24. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
He finds his man complete. That's Curtis. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 13 at the 42-yard line.
Back to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Had to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football. They bring their punter out there now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for and take it. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down and a yard. On play action, they'll throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Now a 2nd down and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Parker. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 18. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. This is caught. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
The extra point up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Broncos are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. They'll run on 1st down. Levy. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play.
Partner, we always talk about how important 3rd down is, but I think 1st down is equally important because everything comes off of that play. If the defense wins the down, they are able to attack. If the offense wins the down, they might go faster, do other things, and change things up. That big play right there allows this offense to really get in gear.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. He'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Cummings. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 23. to throw. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Marvin Mims, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Now the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Bills ready to take over.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And his pass incomplete.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers, and he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
They'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Barnett. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 46-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
Brings up third down and 6 yards to go.
They'll set up to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. The Bills send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They were winners a week ago over the Bears, and they lead things here as well as they start this drive with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Mims in motion left. He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The Broncos on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Cummings. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
He finds his man, complete. It's Curtis. So no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cummings. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's caught by Jackson. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. Now a handoff up the middle. Levy, absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Broncos. A great effort there. 38 yards. And the Broncos are able to stretch out their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And it's 21-3. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least 1 practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one goes for 30 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. It's caught left side by Cooks. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They're going to look to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution because he realized he's in field goal range, no sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
And his kick is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the 2nd half.
This taken in at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a moment, but first, the NFL season is in full swing. Let's show the good folks what we've got in store for us later this weekend here in Week 2. Some of the best games of the weekend come in that 1 o'clock Eastern window, one of which features the Panthers at home in Carolina, as they'll do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. Later in the afternoon, one of the games to spotlight will be at Ford Field in Detroit, where it'll be the Lions taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. And lastly, we'll all be tuned in on Monday night for what should be a great one between the Las Vegas Raiders and the LA Chargers.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Well, he's a diminutive receiver, Charles. Not a ton of size, but still able to bring that in against double coverage.
I think that's a great job by him of understanding angles, because you mentioned his size. He's not going to go over the top of someone or body someone out of the way. He's got to make sure he creates enough space for himself by getting people into the wrong spot on defense, moving them with his body, and then showing his numbers to the quarterback to be open.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 6.
He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Back to throw here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. 33 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
But looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval as a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Back to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. That'll bring out 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. They'll try to run this one in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rush.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They'll look to throw here. And he fires one incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Open receiver here. Complete. It's Parker. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 35. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 35-yard line. They'll drop to throw.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
That'll be caught by Parker.
And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 24-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Broncos.
Up the middle they go. Levy. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield, goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
They'll try again.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Broncos have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So how about this start to a year? Fantasy owners take note. 2 rushing touchdowns in the opener. 2 more here in week 2.
So a nice pickup by 2 entities. 1, this team for making sure they acquired this guy. And 2, anyone who plays fantasy who has him on their team.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
2nd and 6. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now, remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
And 6 yards to go.
He'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 7.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things, and they've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
3rd and 2, and they ran the ball for only 1 yard, and everybody's going to scream at the offense. Well, let's give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. Defensive front out leveraged the offensive line. They got more people to the football. Yeah, they won that battle in a big way, and they're forcing a big decision now by the guys on offense.
And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On play action, they'll throw.
Throwing the out route, he's got Parker.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Back now in Buffalo. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And this one's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
And the Bills are right back in this football game.
Now this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback in a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
The Bills offense back out onto the field. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Barnett. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. On 4th down, Sean McDermott trots the field goal unit out there. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but a starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Broncos are about set to go on offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball. I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
1st down, Denver.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Now, that's absolutely terrific technique right there by the corner. Exhibit A. Zone coverage, knew where his man was in relation to the football at all times, and made a nice play.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
They'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down, and the Broncos will take over on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down of this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
To about the 48-yard line.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. 11 yards for number 11.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown. A great play there. 41 yards. And the Broncos are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time they were stopped on 4th down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves. Let's get back out there and move the ball again.
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway. But a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Well, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Barnett. The Bills drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
On 1st down, Levy stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come...
And it's a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Defensively, well done to jar that free. I'll tell you what, though, offensively, he's got to be lucky after the catch and the fumble that didn't go too far away from him.
And the way the football is shaped, it's not built to bounce true, is it? It can squirt in any direction and move in any way. He was so lucky. Thank his lucky stars, he was able to get that one back.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On first down, he'll drop to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Back to throw again. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They'll run on first down. Levy, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll keep it on the ground. Levy. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
14, but it brings up 4th down.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And really, it looked at times like they just had this one in cruise control out there.
They deserve a ton of credit because you and I both know, heck, they knew. This is a tough place to play. Overcame that with ease, romped home with an easy win. And here's the best part for them. It'd be easy to get to the airport because the crowd left pretty early in this one, didn't they?
Well, plus they have a police escort.
Okay, you had to spoil that part of it. Of course, they're going to get there. But think about how wide open things are now because this crowd didn't expect this.
No.
So they went back to the tailgate and said, let's go eat. This one isn't any fun for us.
Yeah, they took the drama out of this one pretty early on. So for Denver, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.